Hello everyone, welcome to my last after show for Burnout Syndrome. I just finished watching Burnout Syndrome episode 10, and that was our finale, which makes me so sad because I absolutely love the show. Like, I feel like I could exist within this space, in that mood and that vibe of the show for like a significant amount of episodes. But the nice thing is we can just go back and watch them again, right? Like, and I definitely will. I'll probably watch episode 8 a few more times because I love that episode. I am not mad about this episode. If you'd like to watch my reaction, obviously you can go and watch it. If you're new to me, my name is Kristen, and I like to talk about the shows that I'm watching with you guys. So this is where I'm going to do that. Okay. Like I said, I am not mad about this episode. I was really unsure about what was going to happen. I didn't know how they possibly could like pull it all together, how they could tie up all of these loose ends and make it feel like we're not lacking or things weren't forgotten or it felt unfinished. And I don't feel that way. I feel obviously like we could have easily had 2 more full episodes from this show with this story. But I'm not mad about where we ended. So obviously there was a lot of emotional things happening in the first like half. Let's talk about like the first bit versus the second one. Like, it was a lot. There was a lot of emotions and it felt real. Like, those emotions felt real. Like, seeing Jira and how he was coping with everything, like that front of like that like strong thing that he was putting, the strong shield, I guess, he was putting forth when he was talking to Ko because he had to, but also those emotions that he had when he was with Peem and like realizing about what's happened with his art and just the reality of the whole situation. And then the real emotion coming out when he sees Ing because that's his best friend. And like I think the reality of like what has happened even further, not just with his art, but with his relationship with Ko. Like, that's when he really fell apart. And that just felt so authentic to me. Like, that just felt so real. And also Ko's reaction, like, felt so real. Like, it felt like his character. Because we kind of saw this like guarded person completely like start opening up and then feeling like, whether it's the truth or not, feeling like all of his concerns came true, right? Like, and not being able to, not knowing how to cope with that, not knowing how to like understand or reconcile the fact that what his actions and what he's done has caused this to happen. Like, literally the breakdown of the relationship are the consequences of Ko's actions. Like, those are the consequences. What is it? He effed around and he found out, like, literally that's what happened. And it's just like, it was sad to watch because you knew they can't be together. Like, there was no way in that time they could be together. So it was the best decision for them both. And I think, I don't know what Ko did in this time other than selling his AI and kind of like moving back into his childhood home and fixing the factory. Obviously that's what he's working on now, but Jiro took that time to work on his skill and his artistry and his collection to have this show. But I love that conversation he had with Peem in front of that painting, and Peem knew exactly what was happening and how to draw that out of him, which I also loved. Like, I love that Peem was involved there because it kind of made everything kind of full circle. I love that Jiro still couldn't get him out of his mind, and then finding out that Ko has shown up 227 times, and every time he came, Jiro was drawn to that painting and to paint more of it, but yet they never interacted. Like, I don't know, some people might not like how this all went out, but I loved it. I loved the end. I love how Jiro came back on his own like accord, like it was his own choice, his own decision when he was ready. And I love how they are still even like, how can this work? Will this work? And then Ko saying, I created this world that I'm in and it needs someone like you in it. Like, I loved that. I loved it. I don't know. I loved it. I know I've said that like a whole bunch. I'd love to know what you thought about this episode, how it ended. Like, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you frustrated? Like, I do think I would have liked to have seen Ko be like, oh, FYI, I deleted your info from the AI before I sold it. But I mean, can't have everything. But it would have been nice if he was like, oh, by the way. And if you guys didn't notice, like the artist, the actual artist of those paintings, she was in, she made a cameo. She was in the an artist gallery, which is so cool. I found them on Instagram, and that's like literally the only reason I knew it was them, because I like yesterday found them on Instagram, so I recognize them. But I thought that was really neat. I just think this whole show, like talking about the show as a whole, was just such an interesting picture of like artistry and AI and technology and finding ourselves within this space, because this is where we're at. There's no like going back, you know? And I think like Ing's character saying like, you're the teacher. It's not just gonna do this. Like, it's not going to just replace you. Like, human art is still needed, and it's still special. Like, you can't get the emotion that can happen with a human artistry. Like, you know, AI videos, they don't have that. Like, they don't have those AI videos and those AI generated images. They don't have that emotion behind them yet. So I think, I don't know, I just think this whole video, I'm not making much sense. I feel like I'm not making much sense, but I just feel like this whole series was just like this crazy picture of where we're at. And these two people, like, Ko very much represented that technology, that AI, that emotionlessness for most of the series. And Jira really represents this, like, the artistry, the human nature, the human touch, the emotional, like, everything, and how those two are going to come together and align and coexist is so interesting and beautiful. Like he said, like, we have this world and we need people like him in it. We need that artistry. We need that emotion. I feel like I'm babbling. I'm probably gonna wrap this up because I feel like I need to really think about this show a little bit more. And I think every time I watch it, I'll probably pick more out. I know that the author has been putting out a lot of things on their TikTok, but it's all in Thai, and I've been screenshotting them and I want to read them. I just haven't had a chance, so maybe I'll somehow get them translated and we can make another video, because I feel like there's a lot I'm missing while I'm watching, like a lot of symbolism, a lot of meaning. I think there's a lot that I've missed that I would really like to see. And now that the series is done, I think I will dig a little deeper and see what I can find. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching along with me. I appreciate it, and I cannot wait to see what we watch next. And please drop your comments below, because this is one of those pondering shows. I think it's gonna impact and affect people differently, and I think we're gonna have a lot of different reactions to it, and I love that. Like, that's the best part about all of this. Okay, I will talk to you guys later.